to pray. There's no angels where I go, only pieces that are broken, scattered dreams across the floor. I'm home.
Alrighty, hello everybody, this is Kiru's show here. Now then, when we last left off, people had just found that Deku is actually not cocky, but he is sure of his abilities. Because he has been able to do everything people have asked of him, exactly as performed, if not even beyond what they expected. And they are quite simply asking if what that is about. He would just say that it's just his quirk. It's nothing really impressive. Now then, Deku is actually getting picked up by his dad, and people are seeing him. He is actually in a very well-dressed tuxedo, if not a very well-dressed uniform. Deku would ask his dad quite simply if are they going home or what's going on, because he has not seen his dad in one of these uniforms in quite a while. He would just say that he has found work as a butler once again, and in fact they will be serving this family. Now before anyone says Yayorozu, it is not. It is actually this girl's family. Because from looking at her quirk and the way her essential mannerisms are, she is a foreigner, not Japanese. Even though she is filler, she is also a very, very, very cool character. Now then, her name is Sanako Intella. So the Sanako first name's last, the Sanako family. That's going to take some getting used to. And in fact, they are also being brought with room and board. So, Deku may not only get to know their daughter, but he may also be able to work there also, as his apprentice. But just because of that, they are not going to be taught easily. Now, they would arrive after some time, and Deku would see this. He is actually quite impressed, and he is very, very ecstatic. He's never seen a house this big, and it's very cool. This is whenever Mr. Sanako, he would actually walk out, and he would see Sebastian, greeting him, asking if he is the butler that he has heard so much about. Sebastian will proclaim yes, but he is just one hell of a butler. He performs exactly as how his master asks, or exactly how his master asks of him. So it is quite simply just how it works. This is whenever Mr. Sanako would actually want to test Sebastian, along with seeing that Sebastian has a son and a wife. This man would see Deku, and he actually asked why he brought his son here. He would just go on stating that his son, he has the same quirk as me. So he will quite simply also make a good friend, if not a very good bodyguard, for your daughter. As if you needed me to be, then I would not be around all the time. And Inko is actually, she somewhat understands this, but they also do need information. Because they believe Mr. Sanako might have something to do with the cult that kidnapped her. They aren't very sure or concrete about it, but they would like to know. So they are going undercover. Now then, after a bit of test with Sebastian having to prepare a full course meal, having to clean the laundry, and also teaching the staff how to make something, along with preparing one hell of a cup of tea, Sebastian actually did get hired on, and his family did get bored. If you guys don't know what that means, it basically means that they have a place to stay. And Deku would meet Intella. Now then, whenever Deku meets her, she is actually quite confused, asking her father who this boy is. He would go on stating that this boy is actually the son of the butler. In fact, he heard that he had the same quirk, so you two should actually run along and at least play. This is whenever Intella, she would grab a cup of tea and actually walk off to the library, along with Deku actually following her. She's saying that she gets that he'll be staying here, but just because of that, they want to be friends. In fact, she expects him to do everything that she says. Deku would just say that he understands, and he will perform adequately if not as requested. Which kind of confuses her, but she doesn't really care. Now, Deku then would walk into the library, and he actually sees that as he sips the tea, she actually noticeably changes in mood and stature. She goes from somewhat slumming over and actually a bit drowsy to full of energy and running with a very big train of thought. Deku quite simply asks her what her quirk is, and she'll go on stating that it is actually super intelligence, but she just calls it IQ. Now then. Sorry guys, just woke up. Did not fall asleep until very late. Now then. Deku, he would ask her if she needs help, because he's actually very, very, very intelligent. She would quite simply say that she does not. In fact, she has a request. Go make her another cup of tea, and how about, make me something that will impress me. And make it simple, yet elegant. Deku would just say as you wish, and he would walk out of the room. As he walks into the kitchen, he sees his dad actually preparing something, and he would actually ask Deku a question. Deku would walk over, and Sebastian would blow on the food, and let Deku try it. Deku would say that it is very good, but it is missing one ingredient. Sebastian would be thinking, what is it missing? And Deku would add a pinch of salt, which Sebastian noticeably realizes he did forget. As he just says, yes, I did forget. Thank you, Izu. Now, what did that girl ask you? She asked me to make her another cup of tea. She also asked me for something simple, yet elegant to eat, if not fancy. So, let me see. As Sebastian actually helps Deku, he would put on the water to boil as we see him start throwing something together. They actually make a little bit of banana pudding and also banana pudding, and they would add brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon to it. Along with actually having some, I believe it's pretzel sticks. So you can basically dip them in the banana pudding and eat them. Now, if you guys have ever had these, they're actually very good. I would recommend it. Now then. That is whenever Deku would take this in, and as soon as he walks through the door, he is holding the glass. He's holding these on a plate, and Deku, as soon as he opens the door, he is immediately met with a book, where he throws up the tea, catches it, places it underneath his arm, and immediately just catches the tea by grabbing the cup and getting all the liquid back inside of it, along with bringing on his foot to catch the coaster. Asking exactly why she did that. She's just standing there somewhat confused, thinking, oh, okay, that shouldn't be possible. What? Okay, that's actually pretty impressive now. Okay, so as I just saw, or you may be wondering why I just threw that. Well, I wanted to see if you were actually true. Although, I only did think of two outcomes. What was it? And what were those? Well, you dodged the book because you didn't think about it, or you get hit and you kind of just drop everything. As Deku would just say, he will not do so, because, just like his father, he will be one hell of a butler. Now, as Deku says this, he actually sets down the tea. Well, he actually sets down the cup, and he also sets down the snack. She's asking exactly what this is, and Deku goes on explaining that it is quite simply what she asked for. As she takes the pretzel stick, she's confused, dipping it in the pudding and actually eating it, finding that it is actually pretty good. Now then. She would also try the tea, finding that it is very delicious. It's a red jasmine with brown sugar and a little bit of honey. Now, that sounds off-putting to some people. It is not. It's actually a little good. I don't know about the jasmine, but the brown sugar and the honey work very good for sore throats. Now, she would then go on saying that this actually feels very nice. She's able to use her quirk for longer now. As Deku would actually sit down, picking up a very big book. She would say that, oh, that one took her a couple days, but she doesn't think that this is going to work very well for him. As Deku immediately starts flipping through it, she actually sees that he's reading it very fast. As he finishes it in, I want to say, 6 to 7 minutes. He would immediately close the book afterwards, saying that, oh, do not worry, it was a very good book. However, I did read it pretty slow to take my time. Enjoy it. She immediately looks at him, asking, okay, so what was the book about? As he would go on stating that it was about these characters going on this adventure, and them getting sidelined doing this, and this, along with the noticeable difference is that if they did this differently, he could have actually sidetracked the rest of the entire adventure, and the book would have ended after chapter 5. Now, she's actually thinking, wait, oh my god. As Deku goes on saying this, she is even more confused. Now then, as this is going on, the rest of the day would pass somewhat like this, and Entella has actually seen Deku as somewhat of a rival in intelligence, because he basically is very, very smart, and able to hold a conversation with her for more than 5 minutes, which I somewhat feel would get annoying if you kept talking and the person really didn't understand. Now then. Deku, he would actually walk back into the room with somewhat of a smile as soon as he closes the door, he drops it asking exactly what has been going on today. They would go on saying that they believe that some of their intelligence was true, if not what they got, but it may have been off. The last time they thought about it, or the last base that they were at, they did see one of the names. Although, now that they're thinking about it, this name may have been a potential candidate list, along with a family known by the Gyurosus and the Todorokis. Deku would just say, isn't that the Flame Hero Endeavor? And they would just agree that yes it is, but also there are even more families. Now then. The next morning would go by, and as soon as Deku wakes up, he hears quite a bit of commotion. He's thinking that it is very early in the morning, so why are they doing this? As Deku walks out of his room, he sees that they are actually. Well, he sees his father lying on the floor with a lot of bullets in his chest, along with. In well, not Inko, but Inko being taken hostage, along with Psycho and Telly. I'm just gonna call her Intelli, because saying that entire name is very confusing to me. He sees this, and he immediately looks over to his dad, and he would just get up saying that he'll let him handle this one, because he has to take care of the ones outside. In fact, they are ruining the flower bed. Deku would just nod, and he would actually start chasing after these men, as they get in their cars and they begin driving out of the front gate. Deku sees this, and he would actually watch as Mr. and Telly would walk out, and he's somewhat confused, screaming and panicking. Deku would just look over, smile, and say it'll be quite alright, because he will get them back. As he immediately gets into a running position and takes off. As soon as he does that, this is whenever they immediately turn around, and one of them actually sees a young boy running straight for them. Deku, he is still running after them, and they just start speeding up. They are probably going at around 100 miles, and Deku is immediately on their tail, actually latching his hand onto the back of the car, and actually somewhat tearing into it. As soon as this happens, Deku immediately just rips off the back of the car, grabbing Intelli and tossing her over his shoulder, and grabbing his mom and actually putting her under his arm. This is whenever he just begins by kicking the car forward, and it immediately begins spinning out. As soon as that happens, it actually smashes into a tree, and Deku would immediately just set them down and walk over. He would open the car door, grab one of their phones, and immediately start going through their contact list. As soon as he does so, he actually types in a number for his dad's phone. As his dad's looking at his watch, thinking, that boy should have. Oh, hello. Yeah, I got them back. Although, it was quite a bit annoying. They were in different cars. But, I got them. Well, you see, I only anticipated for one car. So, you actually did perform well. Now, as soon as Deku hears this, he's actually thinking, so what do I do with them now? Well, bring them back, and I believe heroes will come by soon. We did alert the authorities. Okay. As the man begins somewhat dozing out of it, Deku says, yes, hang on, as he socks the man across the face, knocking him back out. Closing the phone and putting it back into his pocket. Now then, Deku, he would untie them and he would ask them if they are okay, and Telly would go on saying that, okay, what the hell? I'm not even, what? How? What? Inko would immediately stand up saying that Deku is a good boy and he actually did do very well. However, she thinks that she shouldn't overexert himself like that. It might be a bit overwhelming to his body. Deku would go on saying that it is just what he needed to do. But he would ask Intelli if he did well. She would go on saying that, what is up with you in that? You did perfectly fine. I'm just glad we're safe. As she actually asks exactly how far away they are, Deku would explain that they got about half a mile away before he caught up. So, it should be fine. Now then. Inko would say that they should get back. Her father is probably very worried about her, and Sebastian's probably already made tea. There were about 100 men back there. So tea's done then. What are you people? As they immediately get back, They would walk back and find Sebastian has already made tea and all the men are tied up. Now I say tied up as in they are brutally beaten and restrained. I would just have Sebastian kill them, but that would be a lot of paperwork. Also, he does not want to he does not want to clean blood off of the carpets. And your drapes. They might be made of silk. Anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video and have an amazing day. I will catch you guys later.